Okay, so this is about graphing systems of equations, which is slightly different than our last lesson. So the definition of a system of equations is two or more functions that represent a single situation. And so here is an example of a system of equations where I have two functions. I have f of x equals 4x plus 8, and I have f of x equals the quantity x minus 1 squared. And so these both represent a single situation. However, we're going to graph this function on this interval, and then we'll graph this function on this interval. So two separate intervals. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with f of x equals 4x plus 8, and we're graphing that on the interval -5 to -1. So we're graphing this one from -5, 2, 3, 4, 5 to -1. So everywhere that you see the pink. We'll then graph this function from -1 to 4. So they're both living on the same graph, just two different things. So let's start with this one. So x and f of x. Our x values, we've got -5, -4, -3, -2, and -1. And so let's go ahead and evaluate. F of -5 is going to be 4 times -5 plus 8. So 4 times -5, -20, plus 8, which is -12. Do the next one. So this will be a -16 plus 8, which is a -8. At this point, you can continue to evaluate. However, I notice that this is a linear function, so I'm going to find the pattern and complete the table. So I'm adding 1 every time, so +1, +1, +1. And here it looks like I'm 12 plus 4 is -8. So my pattern is I'm adding 4, so -8 plus 4 is -4. -4 plus 4 is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can continue to do this work. So I'll graph -5, -12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know I've went off my screen. Give me a moment. Okay, -4, -8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -3, -4. -2, 0. And 1, 4. So we went ahead and we graphed this function on that interval. Now we're going to graph the green function on the next interval. So f of x equals x minus 1, the quantity x minus 1 squared. And we're only doing that between -1 and 4. So this one will be from -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's complete that. So f of -1 would be -1 minus 1 squared, which is -2 squared, which is a +4. F of 0 is 0 minus 1 squared, -1 squared, which is 1. F of 1, 1 minus 1 squared, 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 squared is 0. If you need to, pause the video. 2 minus 1 squared, which is 1 squared, which is 1 again. If you notice, this is a quadratic, so it will repeat itself. F of 3 is 3 minus 1 squared, which is 2 squared, which is 4. And last but not least, f of 4, 4 minus 1 squared, I'm sorry, 3 squared, which is 9. So we're going to go ahead and graph this. I'll zoom out a little bit. So we're going to graph -1, 4, which is that same dot, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4, and 4, which I should have in green, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, which actually runs into this. So I'm only graphing this one on that interval.